There is no better place in the world to be at Christmas than in Paris. Of course, I may be a bit biased since I live here, but it's safe to say that Paris knows how to put on a beautiful Christmas display. Hi everyone, my name is Esther from dreamsinparis.com, and today I'll be showing you the best things to do in Paris at Christmas. Our first stop is Galeries Lafayette to see its stunning Christmas tree. Every year, this department store partners with a famous designer to create an enormous tree that has become a must-see during the holiday season. While it's beautiful every time, it gets even more magical at the top of the hour when the tree lights up for 5 minutes, creating a romantic ambience. You can even walk on the suspended glass to have an up-close view of the tree. Just make sure to book your slot on the store's website. I'll leave the link in the description below. Before you leave, head to the rooftop terrace on the 8th floor and you'll be treated to a beautiful view of illuminating lights on the street and the iconic Eiffel Tower in the distance. Window displays at department stores have become a tradition during the Christmas season, and Galeries Lafayette sure knows how to impress. The theme changes every year, but you can expect creativity, music, and decorations that both the young and old will appreciate. Now, if you didn't know, this tradition started in 1976, and there's no sign of ever ending. Just next to Galeries Lafayette is another department store known as Printemps. It doesn't get as much love as Galeries Lafayette, but I truly believe it's beautiful in its own right. Yes, it doesn't have a grandiose Christmas tree in its cupola, but it has various decorations dotted around the store, like this letter to Santa Christmas tree that is worth seeing. Also, take some time to admire its equally impressive Christmas window displays. This year's theme centered around birds carrying letters and Christmas greetings from all around the world, with everything made from paper. I should note that these window displays are very popular among locals and tourists, so expect crowds, especially if you visit around 6 to 8 p.m. on the weekend. So I recommend visiting during the week if you can. And while you're still here, you can walk around the boulevard to take in its illuminated lights. From here, we head to Village Royal, which is about 10 minutes walk from Printemps. What I love about this Christmas walk in Paris is that as you head to some popular places to see the lights, the streets themselves you walk on are decorated, like this exact one, Rue Tronchet. We now continue to Le Village Royal. It might not be a well-known shopping passage, but it's just too cute to miss. In previous years, it was decorated with teddy bears, but this year, they switched things up with a hot air balloon. Another few minutes walk and you'll be at Rue Saint-Honoré. However, it's worth noting that the entire street doesn't get a Christmas haul, but rather a few specific spots. And one that stands out is Place Maurice Barré. You'll admire the extravagant decor of Dior, Chanel, La Durée, and of course the central photo spot right in the middle of the square. You can't visit Paris at Christmas and not see Place Vendôme. This is actually one of my favorite places, and I truly believe the video doesn't do it justice. It is one of the luxury shopping areas in Paris, but come Christmas, it becomes a fan favorite for Instagrammers. From the huge Christmas trees in the square to the ones assembled at each store. But the highlight has to be the Chanel storefront with its beautiful decorations. However, Louis Vuitton also puts on stunning decorations that are worth seeing. Just south of Place Vendôme are the Tuileries Gardens, which host Paris's most popular Christmas market. Dubbed La Magie de Noël, or the magic of Christmas in English, this Christmas market also doubles as a holiday carnival, creating a Christmas market and funfair combo. You'll find over 100 chalets selling everything from vin chaud, handmade items, Christmas decorations, to stunning Christmas pyramids, and a large food section with French foods like raclette, tartiflette, cheese, marron chaud, and so many other pastries. No doubt the smell of churros and vin chaud will reel you in. The food is, however, a bit pricey, and most stores accept only cash, so take some with you. The market also has various carnivals for both kids and adults, including a carousel, a kids train, and a gigantic Ferris wheel that offers stunning views of Paris. Besides shopping and indulging in French food, you can take photos from the on-site vintage photo booth or with Santa if you're visiting with kids. With all that, it's not surprising that it's the most crowded Christmas market in Paris. Unfortunately, weekends are uncomfortably crowded, so I recommend visiting during the week. I actually visited on both occasions, and honestly, I never want to go back on a weekend. It even gets worse on a Saturday. One of the most iconic places to see Christmas lights in Paris is Champs-Élysées. Spread across 1.9 kilometers or 1.18 miles, this tree-lined street is covered in over 1 million LED bulbs to create a magical look. One thing that stands out even more is that you have a view of the Arc de Triomphe on one end, and every 30 minutes, the lights sparkle for 5 minutes, so if you can, plan around it to see it as well. While still on the avenue, head inside Galeries Lafayette Champs-Élysées to see its beautifully decorated tree. Of course, it's not as grand as the one we saw earlier, but it's worth seeing. The entire area is nicely decorated with smaller Christmas trees as well. If you continue walking off the Champs-Élysées just a little over 10 minutes, you'll find yourself on Avenue Montaigne, a street that is famous for housing high-end fashion brands like Chanel, Dior, Louis Vuitton, Saint Laurent, and so many other luxury fashion brands. And while the rest of the year the street is occupied by luxury shoppers, during Christmas, the avenue gets a magical new look. The trees lining the avenue are covered in Christmas lights, and the shops also decorate their storefronts to match the theme of the entire street. Another highlight on this street is Plaza Athènes Hotel, whose facade is beautifully decorated. And of course, the view of the Eiffel Tower. Let's switch gears and now head to Galeries Vivienne, a covered passage in Paris. Right from the moment you step inside to the end of the passage, every corner is dripping in shimmering lights. From the many strings of light and colorful ties to its beautiful Christmas tree, Galeries Vivienne is indeed one of the best places to see Christmas lights in Paris. The passage also has restaurants and shops that sell Christmas decorations, travel maps, and books, so you can pick up some if you want. Galeries Vivienne isn't the only covered passage that gets the Christmas memo. Passage Joffre also brings out its A game. It's probably most famous for housing Musée Grévin, but today we're here for its decorations. The lights may not look grand at first sight, but when you enter La Maison du Roi, you'll understand why I'm adding it to this video. This shop is hands down the best Christmas shop in Paris. We now head to La Samaritaine in the first arrondissement of Paris, which reopened in 2021 after a long renovation. Unlike other department stores which went all out in creating creative window displays, Samaritaine went for a minimal look with just small Christmas trees in their window displays. They instead focused on decorating the interior spread across several stories. There are various decorations and lots of tempting items to buy, but the highlight has to be seeing the decorated staircases from either above or below. Paris has several Christmas markets, and the next we're visiting is Hôtel de Ville. With its heavily decorated forest of Christmas trees, distinct Christmas displays, and various entertainment options, this is no doubt the most charming Christmas market in Paris. It, however, has just a few chalets, so don't expect any food except vin chaud, a few snacks, and some made-in-France items. There is also a carousel, rock climbing, tubing, and an appearance from Santa, so the kids will definitely enjoy it the most. If you still want to see more window displays, they have their own version that are equally lovely. Right next to Hôtel de Ville is Le BHV Marais, another department store that goes out when it comes to decorating for Christmas. So you can easily combine these two in just one visit. This year's theme is Noël en forêt, or Christmas in forest, and they surely portrayed it impressively. The window displays look like real forest, a theme that extends inside their store too. You'll find Santa's workshop, a fairy tale forest, and other decorations scattered around the store. Before leaving this area, I suggest walking to Rue des Archives to see the beautiful decorations of Logis and the nearby restaurants. Okay, so we've so far looked at department stores and Christmas markets, but Parisian restaurants also decorate, and one that stood out for me is Au Vieux Paris d'Arcole. It's famous for its purple wisteria in the spring, but come Christmas, it also decorates. The decorations showcase bears, a nativity scene, and fake snow to complete the look. If you're still looking for Christmas markets to visit, then stick with me. This is actually one of the recent additions to the Christmas market scene in Paris. It's quite small with just a few chalets that mostly sell jewelry, French spreads, and other items. Though I wouldn't really recommend going out of your way to see it, but if you're in the Saint Michel area, you'll find it in Place Saint Michel. The Galeries Lafayette Christmas tree gets all the attention, but it's not the only tree that is worth visiting. Inside Westfield Forum des Halles Mall in Châtelet, you'll find another beautiful Christmas tree with glittering lights and ornaments. There's even a cute bench to take photos from. Standing at about 20 meters tall from the ground to the ceiling of the mall, this is considered the tallest Christmas tree in Paris. We end our Paris in Christmas guide with Bercy Village. This quaint area is known for shopping and dining, but it also dresses up in Christmas lights during the holiday season. They like to switch things up every year, and although it's just one street that is decorated, I still find it very charming. So if you have the time, it's definitely worth a visit. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed exploring Paris at Christmas with me. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe not to miss any new videos about Paris. See you next time. Bye bye.